Here it is. Paulo takes a subtle jab at Gerald as he immediately picks up Kim to bring her home. Welcome to Stardom Scoop, Glowing Star, where we dive deep into the dazzling world of celebrity news, exclusive gossip, and the untold stories behind your favorite stars. If you love keeping up with the latest in Hollywood, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the juicy updates. The atmosphere around Chiu and Paulo Avelino has been electric in recent weeks, filled with unexpected turns, quiet gestures, and unspoken meanings that fans analyze endlessly. But nothing stirred the public as strongly as the latest development, Paulo making what many described as a subtle jab at Gerald Anderson, followed by an unexpected move, personally picking Kim up to ensure she got home safely. It was a moment that didn't require loud announcements or dramatic statements. The action alone spoke louder than any interview or press release ever could. And because of that, the entertainment world erupted with excitement, curiosity, and a fresh wave of speculation about what really happened behind the scenes. Kim had been in the spotlight nonstop: events, tapings, public appearances, brand commitments, and back-to-back engagements that left her constantly surrounded by people. During one of those appearances, a moment involving Gerald caused a stir when videos circulated online showing him interacting a little too comfortably in Kim's presence. The clip was short, but impactful enough that fans took to social media to express confusion and discomfort. While nothing inappropriate happened, the energy felt awkward, tense, and unnecessary. Some fans believed Gerald was pushing boundaries, while others felt he was simply trying to reconnect or send a message, one that Kim did not reciprocate. Paulo, who normally stays calm and quiet in public matters, appeared to have noticed everything. And while he did not speak directly, his next action sent a message that fans interpreted as his answer, not in words, but in movement. The message was simple: he wasn't going to let confusion, interference, or old entanglements cause stress or discomfort for Kim. Not on his watch. Sources close to both stars described how Paulo reacted the moment he heard Kim was growing uncomfortable after the unexpected Gerald moment. Instead of waiting for updates, instead of asking other people to check on her, Paulo reportedly made a direct call. And not long after, he arrived in person to pick her up. No driver. No assistant. No hesitation. He drove to where she was and waited for her, making sure she didn't have to deal with any additional tension, noise, or unwanted attention. Those who saw the moment claimed it was simple, quiet, and surprisingly intimate. When Kim stepped outside, looking tired but relieved, Paulo was already there. He didn't make a scene, didn't cause attention, and didn't confront anyone. He simply opened the car door for her, made sure she was okay, and guided her into the car like someone who had already decided that her comfort came before everything else. Fans described the move as husband energy, silent but powerful, and the kind of gesture that proves everything without needing to say a word. But the part that really made social media explode was the subtle jab. Paulo, known for being composed and controlled, rarely addresses controversies directly. But this time, he reportedly made a comment, not directed at Gerald, but very clearly referencing the situation, when asked by someone why he came personally instead of sending someone else. His answer, though short, carried weight. Hindi lahit piwedeng lapatan. Minsan kailangan sunduan. Those who heard it froze. It wasn't aggressive, nor was it disrespectful. It was calm, straightforward, and layered with meaning. Many interpreted it as Paulo's way of saying, not everyone has the right to simply approach Kim, especially if intentions are unclear or history is complicated. And as the one who cares about her now, he has the right and responsibility to step in when needed. The comments spread online like wildfire, translated and dissected from every angle. Fans felt it was directed toward Gerald without naming him, a gentle but firm reminder that boundaries exist and must be respected. Others applauded Paulo for expressing protectiveness without arrogance, strength without aggression. It was the kind of line that instantly became viral, quoted, reposted, and cheered by supporters who felt Kim deserved someone who prioritizes her peace. Kim, who is always gracious even in awkward situations, kept quiet about the entire incident. But her quietness itself said a lot. She didn't defend Gerald. She didn't explain the awkward moment. She didn't ask for clarification or attention. Instead, she simply allowed the situation to fade, because Paulo had already handled it with the maturity and calmness she appreciated. To many, Kim's silence meant trust. Trust in Paulo, trust in his instincts, and trust in his ability to protect her space without causing unnecessary drama. On social media, the conversation became even more heated. Fans of Kim and Paulo supported Paulo completely, praising him for stepping in and being present when Kim needed him. They admired his willingness to take action instead of letting discomfort linger. Meanwhile, others questioned Gerald's intentions and whether he was trying to reinsert himself into Kim's life despite the clear distance she maintained. Supporters debated endlessly, but the majority sided with the idea that Paulo handled the situation with dignity and quiet authority. Witnesses described the car ride home as peaceful, with Kim visibly relaxing the moment she settled into the passenger seat. Paulo reportedly placed a reassuring hand on her back, a small, comforting gesture that felt natural and sincere. They chatted softly, laughing at certain moments, creating a calm bubble that shut out the noise of the earlier incident. It was the kind of quiet interaction that couples share when the world outside becomes chaotic, and all that matters is the presence of someone they trust. Once they arrived at Kim's home, Paulo didn't simply drop her off. He walked her to the door, ensuring she felt safe and settled before leaving. Even after driving away, he reportedly texted her to check if she was resting and if she needed anything. These small actions, each thoughtful and consistent, strengthened the growing perception that Paulo was not just a romantic interest or an on-screen partner. He was leaning into a deeper role, one of emotional stability and personal commitment. The entertainment community couldn't stop talking about the incident. Many insiders praised Paulo's character, describing him as someone who takes care of the people he values without turning it into a public spectacle. Meanwhile, others pointed out how Kim seemed lighter in the days following the incident, smiling more easily, interacting with fans without nervous glances, and appearing more open and refreshed. To them, it was clear that Paulo's presence had a positive impact, helping her shake off the tension and regain her usual cheerfulness. As for Gerald, his name circulated throughout the discussions, with people speculating about whether he would continue to insert himself into situations involving Kim or if he would step back now that Paulo had made his boundaries clear, even without confrontation. Fans believe that the message was enough, unspoken but firm. Kim has someone in her corner now, someone who won't allow disruptions or confusion. The entire incident created a wave of renewed admiration for Paulo and deepened fans' affection for the Kim-Pao tandem. People loved how real, grounded, and human their interactions appeared, not for show, not for publicity, but for genuine care. Their connection was becoming one of the most talked about dynamics in the entertainment world, not because of drama, but because of how naturally they supported and protected each other. In the end, the night became unforgettable not because of Gerald's unexpected presence or awkward moment, but because of Paulo's response, a quiet stand, a protective gesture, and a symbolic act of picking Kim up to take her home. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It wasn't confrontational. But it was powerful. Sometimes the strongest statements are the ones made through actions, not words. And in this case, Paulo's action said everything. Thanks for tuning in to Stardom Scoop. If you enjoyed our deep dive into the latest celebrity drama, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more juicy updates. What do you think about Paulo and Kim's situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep shining and stay in the know with Stardom Scoop.